politics, fashion, and even business. So let's take a look on the interviews that I conducted on the various topics that we discussed.
I think ever since I was young, I've been into fashion. Like, I used to love watching people on TV, how they dress, how they style themselves. So that got my interest. And so before I started fashion blogging, I felt like there was a need in the society, in school, like everywhere, to educate women on how to dress, on how to pair certain clothes with certain shoes, on how to wear certain clothes in certain occasions. Because, for example, I can't wear maybe what I'm wearing, for example, I can't wear this on going to a funeral or when I'm going for an interview, because yeah.
And what do you think about the old coming back to new? For example, is it something that should be embraced or should we just do away with?
I think it depends on the type of item. I'll touch on 3 items specifically. Combat boots, mom jeans, and sweater tops.
Okay.
I'll start with the sweater tops. I love sweater tops. Do you have sweater tops?
Yeah.
You should have sweater tops. Because I think they're really warm, they're cozy, you can wear them any day, anytime. And you can wear them with actually anything. So those coming back, that was a done deal. Combat boots, yes, definitely a yes. But it depends on what you pair them with. Because you can't wear combat boots with a dress, or with just anything. You need to know how to style them. Mom jeans, I don't know, I don't love mom jeans. I don't know, I'm not into mom jeans, that's just it. Some people look good in them though, but personally, I don't think they should have come back at all. That's me though. Yes.
Now, when you say some of them should not have come back, do you think that the fashion designers who decided to bring them back are not qualified enough, or they don't have a sense of fashion totally?
Sense of fashion. Let's see. Well, some designers bring them back because they think everything is actually coming back. Let's just be honest. From the times of the old school coming back, the old school shoes, to up to now the mangas and the combat boots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like those designers who bring them back, they want to embrace fashion in another way, in another style. So again, it depends on how you style them. Yes, you may bring them back, but if you style them, I don't know, in the wrong way, then there's no need to bring them.
I just feel the fashion designers just lack experience, like simple.
Some of them, yeah.
They don't have inspiration, so they're just bringing things from the old to new.
You actually have
Because we don't have any ideas and people want us to wear something, so
they bring the old to the new. They're just lazy people. Isn't it just lazy? It's just going right. I'm saying.
And
Some of them.
I see you're rocking your makeup and you look good, by the way.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you. Then we have the new thing of eyebrows, the wavy eyebrows actually. What's your thought on them? I just want to know your thoughts.
I lack words.
Okay.
Like, why would you walk around with wavy eyebrows? God did not intend that to happen. So you go shaving off your eyebrows, then drawing wavy eyebrows. As in, why are they wavy?
It's fashion.
Personally, I hate them. They look bad. This look bad. It looks good to be honest.
Yeah.
So wavy eyebrows look terrible. Just stay the natural eyebrows. If you think you can maybe draw kidogo, that's okay, but don't exaggerate. Don't make them look like a bow or wavy, or like a comma, or like a full stop. Yeah.
So far, any last words to models, fashion designers, fashion bloggers like you, or people who are just trying to make something or to contribute to the fashion industry?
Okay. So in general, fashion is amazing. Fashion is what you decide. Like before you get out of the house, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I love how I look. If you look good, you'll feel good. So if you come out looking a bit, you won't feel good. It's going to make your confidence go down. I feel like people should just take time to dress. Just don't take something out of the hanger. You've not even ironed it. It's dirty. It has smudges of food. Take time, comb your hair, wear some lipstick, put on something nice. When you get out, you look so confident and you're bright and shiny.
Yeah.
Yes, which is art is the best investment on earth, as said by Gilbert Gibber, a CEO of Icon Values, which is an investor in this particular topic that we are tackling.
Oh, okay, nice. And have schools failed in general to provide good accommodation for students?
Yes, they fail to adapt to the changing needs of the society, in terms of investment in hostels. Don't give value for money for the students getting into hostels.
And when is it the right time to invest in hostel business?
Anytime, because there are many available funding avenues for people who want to engage in investing in this particular business.
Okay. And what can be the challenges faced when you decide to venture into such a business?
Lack of adequate capital, skills and information, and there are also risks involved. Those are among the challenges.
And what should one look for before investing in any type of business?
You have to think about how much you're going to invest in a business, find a capital, suitable location, seek expert advice on a particular investment you want to join, understand the business, the supply, demand patterns, and also study the market. How big is your market? How are you going to go about it? Yeah.
And your own personal opinion, between in-campus and off-campus accommodation, which one do you consider that it's the best?
I think off-campus, gives more value to the money you pay. Also caters for a person in a personal way. How much do you have to? I need this and this. How much money do I have? I can go to a hostel. I can afford. If I need a swimming pool for a hostel, and I value a gym, so I'll just find the money enough for that. If I can't afford that, I can go to a lower or a cheaper. Yeah.
Any last words to students or people who are planning to venture into hostel investment?
Hostel investment is good. You only need to follow, find those funding avenues, exploit them. You can join a circle, housing circle, get some money from there, get a loan from a bank, among others.
So welcome guys, and today I have Israel Mido, who is an opinion leader and will incite us more or give us more information about the youth in politics. So welcome.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask, as a youth and who is passionate about politics, is it out of the ordinary that all of a sudden that the older generation think that the youth lack experience when it comes to politics?
I think that's an African mentality that people always think that the lesser ages are not prepared, not only in politics but in everything. Because you always hear the saying that huyu bado mdogo. So I think that's something that has also affected the politics world, but which I believe is not true. As long as you have the good ideas and the right people around you, and the right mind and the vision, you will achieve good things in politics.
And I'll try to bring us back to the election period where we had, and for the first time, most of them were youth. I'll bring up the famous Non-Jagua and the rest. But funny thing is, when they moved into the office, they had a lot of issues, let me say that. And do you feel like the youth, do they deserve that position, or is it that we should give them time to at least get more experience and more?
I'd say if it's a matter of experience, I'd refer you to Robert Mugabe.
Okay.
He's almost clocking 100, and you'd see what was happening in Zimbabwe. So I'd say again that politics is not a matter of age.
Okay.
Political maturity does not come with age, but sometimes experience does. But I just believe it's a matter of the mind. As long as you're mature enough in your mind, you can do good things regardless of your age.
And so far, we've seen most of the time in every single election period, most of the people who get involved in demonstrations, in also property violations and damages are with the youth. And we've come to believe that they are influenced with the older politicians to get involved. Is it that the youth don't have a mind of their own, brainwashing, or is something they're just deciding to do because the older says it?
Part of the blame should go to the old politicians because they have the money. Most of them have the money, and then they exploit the youth who are given like small endorsements, small money here and there, so that they could do most of this fracas. So I think unemployment is also an issue there because most of these youth who engage in such activities are mostly unemployed. So people with money take advantage of such people. That's why you
Okay.
see places such as Kibera, you understand? But you would never see such things in places like Karen or something else. Yeah.
So you actually mean the youth can easily be brainwashed because of money and
Anyone
the rest.
can be brainwashed because of money.
But they're the ones who get involved in
Yeah, in this case, yes.
clashes and the rest.
In this case, yes. The youth, most of the time, people take advantage of the youth.
So in short, they don't deserve to be given the positions to actually lead the rest because in one way or the other, they're going to be brainwashed and it won't lead the country to a better place.
Not necessarily, because if someone has the right mind, even if he or she is young, and has the right mind and knows how to use resources to mobilize people, I think he can use that human resource into positive energy, into like
Okay.
helping with community service, community work, helping people in the society. It's not necessarily that if youth are given power, they misuse it or they use it for their own benefit or something. You can actually use power and money and resources to better the community.
That's interesting. What advice can you give to the youth who are planning to get into politics, but so far it's been hard, or they've tried it and failed?
Yeah, it's hard because the truth is politics is not easy for everyone, not only the youth. But if you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you have a goal that you really want to achieve, you would do anything in your capacity to achieve it. You would do anything with your heart. You would do anything to achieve your dream. So I'd say that if you really have a heart to help people in the future or helping better the society, I'd say that you would get into politics with the right attitude and the right mind, which would eventually come out good for you. If you sell your idea well to the people, I believe that politics is for people who think that way.
And about timing, because we still have the older generation and still dominating the political arena. Is it time for them to just move aside and give the youth a chance to take that step and take the risk?
Okay, it's not a matter of taking risks, yeah, because I'd say that even if someone is 80 plus and
Okay.
has the right ideas, I'd still endorse that person over someone who's 30 years and has the wrong ideas. Or it's just about your ideas. It's just about who you are and what you have in your heart for the community, what you have for the people. If you have the people at heart, I'd vote for you regardless of your age. I'd still back you up. I'd not go like, this guy is too old, you can't lead us. No, no, no. It's not about a matter of age. It's not about personalities and age. It's about what you have in your heart and mind for the people.
And we're going on a short break, but after that, we'll take a look at the background reports of politics and even business. So stay tuned.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the world is sweet, but love comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
For a long time now, the youth have been overlooked as political candidates and told to step down as political candidates, all in favor of the older and experienced politicians. They have been marginalized and portrayed to lack experience due to their age, and thus they have been given limited opportunities. Not only have the youth been engaged in less political positions, but also in voting.
Do I think that the youth are less experienced when it comes to politics and to choosing leaders? I do. I actually do, because I feel like the youth, they are very much influenced by either their parents or people that they look up to into choosing whoever is supposed to be the next leader or anything else. So therefore, I don't think they have a mind of their own, because even if you ask them why they chose this person, they will not give you like a legitimate reason as to why. Therefore, I think that they're just influenced by either what the leader says or what their guardians or their parents say.
I don't think politics is about age, because if I have an agenda, then I'll give you whatever it is I promise you. However, the problem comes in for the youth as individuals, because they are competing against people who have experience in the industry, people who have been politicians for 50, 40, 30 years, and yet they come in and they don't last for long.
Being a young person, I feel like, and being the majority in this country, I feel like we should be the most in leadership.
Okay, I feel like the youth should get more involved in politics, because they are the ones who always say they want change, we need change, but they don't, most of them don't want to participate in the change exactly. So I feel like they should get involved into politics so that they can be the change they want to see.
Young people, and including the youth, are clearly used as mere puppets by the politicians. This can clearly be seen in the destruction of public property, all in the name of demonstrations.
A fast expanding rate of Kenyan universities is creating enormous opportunities for investors to build student accommodation facilities across the country.
I believe hostels are a good investment, because looking at the Easter's record of intake, last semester they had a big intake compared to other semesters, and they cannot accommodate all the students here, so they have to look, or they have to partner with other people so that they can build hostels.
I think during orientation, the school, as much as wanataka to admit most freshers, but I don't think they provide enough accommodation for the freshmen. In that, ukiangalia during orientation, kuna hongana freshers, which most of them wanaishingi art school. Some of them are day scholars, some of them stay off campus. But to accommodation, I don't think kama wanaitanga freshmen according to the accommodation. The accommodation is too low.
The first thing of campus, because there's privacy, you can do whatever you want to do, like cooking and any other things without anyone disturbing you. And also in off campus, there is no curfew whereby you're required to be in the hostel at a particular time. And also there is privacy. You can do anything without necessarily being followed up by anyone.
I think it's cheaper to stay in campus than off campus, and the reason is, in here, well, especially for me, I stay in SU, and we pay at least 16,000 per semester, and we have to cater for our own food and things like that. So I feel it's cheaper because there's water, there's Wi-Fi, even though it wavers a bit, but it's much more cheaper.
Since universities started taking double intake, it has created shortage of accommodation. The strain on the housing has caused students to seek other nearby private housing.
what they prefer. When it comes to fashion, others prefer the old trends, but others like the new trends. So it all depends on what you think and what you prefer. But let's look into the experts and what they have to say, since they're well versed in these topics.
Models, we are more like of the faces of the company. We get to market the products. Like designers, whenever they come up with new trends, new designs, we get to wear them so that people can see them, know what the designers are coming up with. So yeah, we get to market them through that way. I think it's an interesting thing, the fact that we're able to go back to their roots, borrow ideas from back then, bringing it to the 21st century. So it's a nice thing, the color coordinations and everything, giving us a break from the new trend and everything. So it's a good thing.
I think real estate is a very good investment, considering the increasing population in universities, and also with the many universities coming up, we will need to put more hostels because of the number, and yeah, I think it's a good investment. I could say it's a good investment. With accommodation, I think more should be done by finding the preferences of students, that is in terms of Wi-Fi, and maybe what they like to do during leisure, like swimming, gym activities, or maybe pool tables around hostels can be very important in hostel. Yeah.
Why do you think the youth and the young people do not engage themselves in politics?
Number one is the issue of finances. Basically, we live in a culture where if you have to get into politics, you have to bribe your way into it. And so I think that's one of the issues that block us from getting into politics. Number two is our stereotypical way of thinking. Like for example, before one gets into politics, one must get married and things like that do not basically advance the political sphere of someone. So it tends to make people shy away from the political sphere, especially.
What creates a space? Lines on a paper? Raw materials? Elegant interiors? To us, creating a space is so much more. It's about passion. We put dedicated and passionate people at the forefront in all that we do. Creating for people who live, work, and play in our spaces. Creating a space is about building bonds and creating solutions. Creating a space is about creating an experience. Evia Real Estate. Better spaces for living, better spaces for business.
We also had a hyper-local report from the various topics, which is business, fashion, and also politics. But we also had one that stood out the most. So let's take a look.
Hello everyone, my name is Valerie Ndeto. I'm here at Ness University today talking about fashion. Basically, the main question of the day is what inspires students to dress the way they do. With me, I'm joined by some students. Let's hear what they have to say. Hi.
Oh, hi.
I have a question for you today.
Yeah.
I want to know what inspires how you're dressing today.
Oh, how I dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a guy, and mostly for guys, we don't actually take a lot of things into considerations when we're wearing. It's just that we wake up one morning, from a personal point of view, me, I just get up on one morning and I just whatever I lay my hands on, I just put it on. And thank God I'm so blessed to have very good clothes, yeah, as you can see. So, yeah. When I just take it, put it on, I just feel good, and it doesn't take long to decide what to wear because I'm a guy, and actually, yeah, it's actually.
So there you have it. Let's talk to some more students to have more insight.
Hello. Hi.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What inspires how you dress on a day-to-day basis?
So comfort zone first of all, or the occasion where I'm going to. So for today, as you can see, I'm just looking all plain. As you can see, Val, don't want people to see me. I'm just looking all plain because it's just an easy day. But for normal days, I dress up. But today, just easy. So it depends on where I'm going. If it's class, I have to dress decently. If I'm going out, there's that look. But today, just easy. Looking all plain.
Okay, so there you have it for Ness Insights. My name is Valerie Ndeto.
So that's all we had today. Just remember, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So stay educated right here at Ness Insights with me, Vanessa Anjiru. Until next time, bye.
Action. Action. Action.
Hata kujenga.
Nitakuwa ready mtasalimiana tu sasa.
But first, the news headlines. Mr. John Tambu. No. And let's just take a look about Welcome back to Ness Insights. Welcome back to Ness Insights.
Aya, umemaliza kuzusha? Basi. Cheki watu tena kinaanza kuzusha. Aya, stop.
Due to the gap in housing for students, it has caught the eye of the real estate sector as a powerful alternative asset class, giving rise to an investor.
For one to run for any political position, you need to be of sound mind, and you need to be of age. By age of age, I mean you need to be an adult.